pressure, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. So you're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight. And it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
Veramente sta lanciando una merda.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
No, secondo me lo sai qual è? Io ho fatto delle prove con Camp. Sostanzialmente quando ti arriva la pressione, i QB sbaglia. Sbaglia di meno se è più forte, ma comunque sbaglia. Lui mi sta blitzando molto.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
He'll drop to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll set up a throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Bears on third. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, slow down, slow down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the toss, Cohen. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A 1st trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Cohen. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run. This is Cohen.
No,
face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Tens the mic. Let's go, D. Motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun.
They'll drop to throw.
Maria che palla che si è presa.
Catch. He pulled it in. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw.
No, che intercetto minchione.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback, He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
This is Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw.
Intercetto di Luigi Di Mascio.
Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out.
Ne ho almeno 4
because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you have a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pick up there at 22. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Line of scrimmage.
Per ora me ne vado in giro e cerco animali. Ho capito che lì dobbiamo avere un bordello di animali.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And take it right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So the Patriots coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Roberts with it over the middle.
No,
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a give to Taylor. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw here.
No, che touchdown minchione mi sono preso, assurdo.
Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. What a spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. 319. 319.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sì, infatti.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at Soldier Field. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Set.
this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. Still fighting for more. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
3 down. Hey, check.
They'll look to throw on third and goal.
Maria.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
No, check.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wide open receiver complete. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Set. 319. 319.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's 1st and 10.
And
they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Devi andare in acqua e immergerti.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Adriano, andate da Adriano, che qui arrivo.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A spin. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Patriots, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.